Hello everybody and good day. This is Fred with Tech Talk and Wentworth CCTV, and we are coming at you today on what to do if you are running Dahua's Smart PSS to remote view your security camera system on a PC, laptop, Mac. It's all the same. This tool comes with a feature that allows you to both add and delete users with different permissions. And it's very handy in the event that you own a business. A lot of folks have an IT staff to manage this type of thing, but if you have a small business, a convenience store, or a laundromat, and you have an employee that gets terminated, you want to be able to remove the access that they had to your cameras if they had that access. A lot of places, property management facilities that we work with, they give the plowing people here up north access to the security cameras to see the parking lot, to know when they need to come in and to plow and to sand and that type of stuff. Those folks should only have live view credentials. They shouldn't be able to change settings in the recorder, view playback, or download video. It's relatively easy to add, delete, and change users. We're going to cover it right now. Alright, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. Before we start, there is a subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Please click that if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, and you'll be notified when we post future content like this. Also, like the video if it's useful to you, and as always, leave comments. A lot of these videos and this content is based on our subscriber comments. So yes, we are logged into the Smart PSS software at this point, and you can see we are live viewing surveillance cameras from a location. We have made previous videos on how to activate a Dahua NVR. There is a link above right now for that video. In addition to that video, we've also set up a video and put out a video on how to install the Smart PSS software, how to attach devices to it, how to play back, and all that type of stuff. There's a video up above for that. But this here video is on users and how to add users, delete users, and give users different permissions. Okay, I use a convenience store as an example. If you are the owner of a convenience store, you'll have a surveillance system. You might also have shift managers that you give access to your security camera system using either the Smart PSS client software for the PC or the DMSS phone app for your mobile devices. Again, there's a link above for the DMSS phone app for Dahua NVRs and DVRs. But you want to keep the administrative login and the administrative credentials to yourself. The reason for that, when we go into the command menu here, there's a plus on the top of your screen. You have all the options available as a manager. Live view, playback, where you can download video, you can set up heat maps, configure the devices and the recording abilities, but also users. Okay, users are very, very important. Again, the administrative user was set up when you purchased the machine. When it went online the first time, it will ask you to set up a password for the administrative account, and that password is your password that gives you access to everything. Okay, we're going to delete this basic view for now. And what we're going to do is set up a user account with basic privilege, which is viewing. Okay, we don't need users to be able to play back video, to download video, to change configuration settings, to be able to erase video and all that type of stuff. So we want to set up another user. Okay, and when you see the two icons on the top left hand corner of your screen, there's actually three. There's the delete, which we just used, but we can add users and we can add role. Before you add a user, you want to add the role. We already know the administrator is a role, but we want to add a user role. Okay, so we're just going to say this is for users. Okay, and it's going to be for basic system viewing. Okay, and we do not want to give them all of these rights like the administrator, right? We just want them to be able to live view. Okay, you want to tell them what location you want them to be able to live view, and as I said earlier, you can actually specify cameras. Okay, so say if we wanted this user to just be able to view the fuel docks, those two cameras, we could uncheck the rest of these cameras, and when they log in, as we will see in a minute, they will not be able to see all these cameras. They're going to be able to see just the first two, the fuel docks, right? And based on above, they're only going to be able to live view. Okay, so we can save. Okay, and anybody added to that group, they are just going to be able to view these two cameras. Okay, just like that. I don't know why we were clicked on PTZ, but we wanted to be under preview for this. Okay, so make sure you are under preview, not PTZ. Collect or populate the location and the cameras you want that person to be able to view. If you have multiple locations, you would have multiple places listed here. So you might see Meredith, you might see Boston, you might see Chicago. You'd have to specify each location and the access for each location. And again, just live view, and we'll go ahead and save that role. Okay, now that we have a user's role, we need to create a user for that role. Okay, so this would be Mike, Tom, Joe. We'll just say Fred, because I'm Fred. And I'll create my password, which for this purpose will be test1234. Remark is live view fuel dock, right? And again, you can pick the locations you want this person to be able to see, and to make sure it's preview, we'll hit save. And just like that, I have access to the fuel dock cameras. Nothing else. I can't do playback, I can't config, I can't do anything. How do we know that? Okay, let's log out as the administrator. There is a icon on the top right of your screen. You'll see it right here, username. We're going to click that, and we're going to switch users. Okay? And what that will do is log us out of the machine. I'll have to go back into Smart PSS. And it should be coming up here. But it's not, so let's do it again. I have downloaded the new Windows 11, and I'm still getting used to this. I did make a video on the downloading of Windows 11 from Windows 10. There's a link above actually for that right now, but it's pretty cool. The graphics are much improved, but I'm still getting used to it. So, all right, let's go back into Smart PSS, give it permission to run, and now we will log in as Fred instead of administrator. Okay, let me put in my password, and we'll log in. And look at this. What do we see? All I have is live view, right? Playback and search is gone. All the configuration tabs are gone. I just have access to live view. Okay. And we see Meredith. We'll double click that, and then in a second we should see our fuel dock camera supply. It's the first time logging in, so it takes a second. Let's hit our cameras, and as you can see, the rest of the cameras are not listed. So I can hit fuel dock, and I should be able to see those two cameras only. Okay. I've said this before. I am very impressed with the Dahua line of products. This is a 4 megapixel bullet camera, IP camera that is employed. It connects to the main marina via wireless bridges. But these guys are easy to install. I prefer this equipment much over Hikvision, as it works with any browser. You can also, and we have videos on this, connect to the recorder through Explorer or Edge or Firefox by any browser using this Smart PSS. Okay, you cannot do that with any other manufacturer. So if you're thinking about purchasing a system and are going back and forth between Dahua and Hikvision, as a installer who has worked with Hikvision for over a decade, I am now in Dahua's corner. And again, no one pays me to say that. That's from our professional experience. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're having a good weekend, and we'll see you in the field.